Weight Watchers now offers access to affordable GLP-1s.
Weight Watchers has everything I need, from weight loss medications to nutrition support and help with my side effects.
With our program, our members are losing more weight with expert nutrition and side effect support.
Weight Watchers prescribing GLP-1 medications. It's been life-changing.
Better results, expert support, lose more weight, make it last. Get started for as low as $25 at WeightWatchers.com.
All medications require eligibility and prescription. First month as low as $25 with a 12-month Med Plus plan. Does not include the cost of GLP-1 medications.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Can't remember how old I was, but an April Wine Greatest Hits CD showed up at our house. I'm assuming through my brother, an older brother. He great taste in music, and I just remember throwing it on one Saturday night. My folks were out, and like, wow, April Wine, they're like banger after banger. You go through one of their greatest hits compilations.
Some good rock ballads there, too. I had the pleasure of introducing them for a New Year's Eve event over at the Club Regent Event Center.
Oh, nice.
One year. And it was interesting because Miles Goodwin, the lead singer, of course, who's passed, really didn't want to go out there for the countdown. And I'm looking at myself with Kelly Barahulk and the promoters going, well, wait a second. It's New Year's Eve. Like, what did you think you'd be doing in Winnipeg? So they actually finished playing at 11:30. That leaves about 30 minutes to fill the last time I checked.
Just to mill around.
Didn't you say that someone told you got to fill?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
What am I supposed to fill? What kind of countdown are we doing? Hey, 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go around the room.
And
how are you feeling right now?
He came out with Jerry Mercer, the drummer, and Mercer was laughing, and they got Miles back out there at about 10 to midnight and did a great job getting the countdown going and played a couple more songs.
Talk about killing the momentum.
Man. They were unbelievable, though, live.
Yeah.
Like, fantastic. And now most of them are gone, but there's a band called April Wine that's still touring.
You've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot, but you're seeing bands.
I would say a lot.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
With very few original members.
Yeah.
Trooper's got none, and they're still managed by Ray McGuire, the lead singer, because he owns the name.
So do you think, like, is that not almost like a cover band then at that point? With
I mean, a lot of them do become that, don't they?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
I would say so.
they still do well when they show up, like at
Yeah.
these concerts, because I guess
The name.
ultimately you're still hearing their songs
Yeah.
live, and they're great party songs, and you're singing along, and you're having a great night out.
The real difference is that they have like the blessing from the original band, and the legalities are all in place for them to be that band. But yeah, they're kind of just a higher ranking cover band, I would say.
To me, it comes down to lead vocals.
Totally.
Yeah.
As far as positioning goes, because that to me makes the difference in the sound.
Yeah.
You got quality musicians out there that are just more studio guys than by name.
Yeah.
Right? But the lead singer of a band makes the biggest difference.
You just want to hear the songs you love, though, so people don't mind so much.
I had this almost exact discussion with a buddy about Alice in Chains. They rolled through, obviously, without Lane Staley, who's passed, and it's William Duvall who sings for them now. And my buddy was like, I can't do it without Lane Staley singing. And I said, you know what? Obviously, he's one of the greatest vocalists of all time, and it's tough. But I've never seen Alice in Chains, so to see Rooster and Man in the Box and No Excuses done live, and William Duvall does a pretty good job. It was a great night to see all these songs.
So
done
that
live.
worked for you.
That worked for me.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the Beach Boys live in Winkler, one surviving member, and John Stamos. So maybe if they bring in more 90s sitcom stars, that kind of balances it
Yeah,
out.
Stamos was a big fan of the Beach Boys and now has a home in Winkler. Wink, wink.
Was it good? Was it good?
It was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to. I
Really?
got a photo with John Stamos.
I was just about to
I was going to say, that's what made it. It wasn't the concert.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the Bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Good morning, PJV. I've got a bone to pick with your phone system. I got through this morning with the useless trivia, and it rang and rang and rang, and then it hung up on me, and you guys didn't even have your answer yet. Not too impressed with that. Anyway, second part of this is for the dude in the black four-door sedan this morning that's trying to tell me to slow down when I got to Waverly. Well, buddy, you're doing 72 in an 80 zone.
Ugh.
The cement is dry. The road conditions are good. You are happy putt-skiing along beside a tractor-trailer that is also doing 70. Some people want to do the speed limit, pal. Maybe try that for a change instead of trying to tell me to slow down when I was not even speeding. Get out of the fast lane. Have a great day, everybody. Let's go, 92 City FM, rock.
Dropped a pal and a buddy in there. Listen, pal. Listen, buddy.
Yeah, really two-tone words on how it can be taken. But the phone line, when we get that many calls coming in at the same time, that's really got nothing to do with us. That's just...
It's just after like a certain amount of rings, it automatically drops a call.
Right. Yes.
That's just how the phones work.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Nothing we can do about that.
Yeah.
Grim Reaper has hinted, he's a new caller, that if he wins the lottery, much like Vinny, well, no, his call was, if I win the lottery, I'm going to throw a party, and PJV, you're invited.
And then on the text line, he followed up with a money offer, I believe.
Yeah, I think we've had both party and money offer from Grim Reaper.
Here's some
money offer from Vinny.
Yes.
Keeping track.
Here's some clarification.
Good morning, Philly, Joe, and Vicki. The Grim Reaper here. Yeah, so it was an interesting press conference there. I read a lot about it online. Well, better luck next year, boys.
Oh, the Jets.
Make some changes, obviously. Get some high-scoring offensive players in here and see what happens from there. Go Bombers. Yeah, and I forgot to mention yesterday with your caller, Vinny, there. Yeah, I said something about, I played the lottery too, and if I win, I said that I would have a party with Philly, Joe, and Vicki. Yeah, definitely a party, and plus the Grim Reaper will give Philly, Joe, and Vicki each their share of the loot.
Oh.
Anyways, have a great day, guys. Cheers.
No strings attached on that one.
Just the loot.
The loot.
We got to
like
get some,
that word.
Yeah, me too.
We might have to draw up some contracts because there's a lot of people, not a lot, two people making some, making some assertions that they're going to share money with us. Well, we don't have anything written.
Not paying any lawyer. I've got 2 verbal agreements as far as I'm concerned. That'll stand.
Hold on to those bone phone calls,
keep
would
those
ya?
calls.
Yeah.
You'll have one job, Phil. Keep those calls.
Imagine playing those for a judge. Okay, Iron Mike. I never thought I'd see the day where I wrap up the bone phone by saying we have 2 calls about Iron Mike.
It was his birthday yesterday, 42.
It was the boss's birthday, and the tone of these calls are, Vinny has long complained that he can't start up a better relationship with Iron Mike because he doesn't return his calls.
Hey, yo, Vinny, don't feel bad. There was one time I was trying to be Iron Mike's friend, too. My girlfriend would work at Canada Life Center. And I'd see Iron Mike coming out of, pretty much every concert that was there. That's what I'd say. Listen, if you need a concert, buddy, I'm there for you. I'm here anyways. We might as well go together. But, he never returns any calls. I offered I don't know how many times. So don't feel bad, Vinny. He ignores everybody. It's okay.
Oh, man. He's getting a reputation.
You remember that backstory was that Iron Mike would have the station vehicle and big-time people by parking in this back stall that was available, right? Yeah. And this gentleman here, he figured, hey, what the hell? I don't have to go home and then pick up my partner later.
Yeah.
I can go into the show with Iron Mike, take up the extra chair because, single tickets are hard to come by. It was really a well-thought-out plan, but they never did get a response.
Never happened. Well, no
He's
worries.
He's very busy, Iron Mike.
No worries, Iron Mike, because he got guilty taking your back here, taking your side.
Okay, well, happy birthday to Iron Mike. He's a good guy. When we were doing the chapeaus, sombreros, a couple of weeks ago, he let me out. And we had a great conversation. He's a hell of a guy, nice guy. Vinny, you should get to know him better. He's a hell of a guy. But I gave you his whole phone number, everything. Yeah, his emails, his Instagrams, all his. Let's talk. We're talking about he told me that Philly's scared to race me again, and so all good. And it only takes an hour and a half to do swap out of a hot water tank. Just, I am in construction.
Oh, that's going back to Iron Mike.
Yesterday.
Okay. I had already forgotten about that.
Threatening to take the full day off for getting a new hot water tank.
I like how he said he let me out as if we were holding guilty hostage in here.
They had a nice conversation, though.
Yeah, and
I'll tell you what, I don't even have Mike's
home phone
number,
No.
but Guilty seems to.
I
I'm going to go through Guilty from now on when I got questions for Iron Mike.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Good morning, Taylor. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
We're excellent. We're excited for you, Taylor.
Awesome. I'm pretty excited too.
Yeah. You've been following along closely. You ready to go this morning?
I'm ready to go this morning. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll let Joe take you through this. It's not complicated. That's the beauty.
It's very simple.
Yes, about this contest.
Take the cash or take the chance. And listen, it's not as simple as you think because there's a lot of documents to fill out here. Okay? And the real question that needs to be answered, this is the square we're in right now. Did they take the $100, yes or no? And how are we going to fill out that square today, Taylor?
I'm going to make it a no. Throw it in the pot.
Okay. And it keeps on going. What does that take us up to?
And, Vicki, I have to hit the tab button. And now
Take
it
your
says
time.
running jackpot, $9,700.
Ooh, man.
Taylor, you are in the big draw on May 1st, next Friday, week and a half away.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Here's what's trending
with Philly Joe and Vicki.
Are you guys a fan of the Deadpool movies?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I've only seen the first one.
Okay.
I like them both.
But it was, enjoyable, like a lot of fun.
Or is there three of them? Was there two Deadpool alone, then Deadpool Wolverine?
I know there's Deadpool
yes.
versus Wolverine, and then
Right.
I think that sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen all three, and I saw the last one at the theater.
Okay.
It was with that, with Hugh Jackman.
That was
too.
huge,
And there's
yeah.
a lot of Ryan Reynolds. Like you can feel it in the writing and in the characters.
Deadpool is him.
Yes,
Let's be
yes.
honest.
That's a
here.
good way to put it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is good news and bad news for Deadpool fans. The bad news is that Ryan Reynolds says he doesn't think there's ever going to be another movie that centers around Deadpool. But the good news is he says moving forward, he'll be more of a supporting character. So you'll see him pop up in different movies within that universe. There's already rumors that he'll show up in Avengers Doomsday later this year, but he's been kind of downplaying that. And a couple years ago, he said he'd love to see him meet up with the Avengers or the X-Men without actually joining their group.
Tell him to bring some of his donuts from Tim Hortons. It's always a nice conversation starter.
They are good. Yeah.
And this is a story that was all over social media yesterday. We've been talking about it a lot. Alberta is ending clock changes. They're going to stick with daylight saving time all year, which would put them in line with BC and Saskatchewan, who also don't change their clock. BC, that's a new thing for them. So as long as the legislation goes through, they won't be falling back in the fall.
We haven't
It's
heard
catching on.
any more about the survey, have we?
I was just going to say that. Where's that survey at? The Manitoba government, the premier said we're going to take this to the people and see what they think. And as far as I know, we have. I mean, you do the news every day, Vicki.
Yeah.
We haven't heard any more about that
Haven't seen
survey.
anything. I'm thinking that the more provinces that get on board with it, the more provinces will join in.
The
So,
domino effect is
yeah.
happening from the west right now. If they're
We're-
falling,
We're next up.
We're
yeah,
up. Come on,
whatever
bud.
that means. Yeah.
By the way, Deadpool 2, and then Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Yes.
we were on that. That is Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Yeah, if you're going to keep the vehicle, Vicki, you got to do upgrades. That's
I don't want to pay for it.
Oh, so you want somebody to steal you some?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
If anyone's got any pristine hubcaps I can borrow, because mine look like hillbilly teeth. They're all chipped up from the potholes.
Are you sure it's not from maybe scraping up against a curb or two
Oh,
over
I'm
the
sure
years?
maybe a couple of them, but
Because the potholes would dent, I guess, the rim of a...
have you seen
But-
some of the potholes out there? They're so deep
yes.
and
Man.
sharp at the edges.
You can and it's. I went to. Sorry, I don't mean to change the subject, but since potholes came up, I went to like maneuvering out of the way of them it can be dangerous, because I was on Pandora, which is one giant pothole basically right now, and it's like slalom skiing. You're like trying to avoid them, and then you realize, well, there's traffic coming the other way. I can't avoid these. So you just boom, boom, boom.
How about Portage Avenue? You might have heard of the street. It's only one of the most iconic streets in Manitoba. A buddy of mine blew out a tire from a cut from a pothole. He had to change both rears, right? Because you can't just change the one.
Oh.
So he got double dipped on 2 tires.
But when it comes to replacing the more like vanity features, like a hubcap on a car, that's not something you want to put money towards.
It's something that's easy to put off.
Exactly.
Right? And it's it's very common to sort of bang them up a little bit. We all rub up against a curb when we're parking, every now and then. So
and
it happens.
Especially now, I'll change them over, and then I'll just damage the new ones probably with all these potholes. So, is there a point? I don't know. How much does one cost?
See, Joe,
well, you need 4, don't you? It sounds like
one. Maybe 3. Maybe 3.
Change one every 6 months.
Well, that's it. Then you can play that Sesame Street game of one of these doesn't belong with the others. You know what? If I was you, Vicki, I'd take the money and put it into a spoiler instead of the hubcaps.
I agree. Yeah, soup
See
that
me
bad
coming.
boy. Put some giant badass tires on there.
Get those
Come
lights
on.
that like light up blue underneath.
Mag it up.
You know what? I bet you could find a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
On some new
We
hubcaps.
know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Secondhand hubcaps, is that
Boston Pizza Tex. Oh, yeah, you can get hubcaps. Who wants to sell Vicki some hubcaps for cheap?
Do you have a line on them? Somebody will hook you up.
They're like at least $50 each, right? Yeah.
Don't put a price tag on them just yet, Vicki.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Have you never bought anything on Facebook Marketplace? grind.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
7:45 this morning, JoJo. Completely useless question.
Rock and Thunder. Those tickets coming up, in about 20-ish minutes.
Headlined by Motley Crue. It's Philly Joe and Vicki, 92.1 City. According to T. Kona, on the text line, there used to be a place called Hubcap Man on Route 90. I love that. It's like Hubcap City, you know, like that. You know what you're going in there for when you go to Hubcap Man.
That's what he's all about. I remember going there once, but I don't think they had what I needed.
I think those types of stores need to add "and more" to their name just to get you in the door. Like if I'm driving by and I don't need a hubcap, but I might go, but they have more. I'm better chance of me popping in.
Well, I think we know why he's no longer in business.
They didn't have what you needed, and it was hubcaps, and they were called Hubcap Man.
So for sure, no more Hubcap Man.
That's what this person said. Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore.
Too bad Joe wasn't there to give him the advice and more.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have kept them around.
Something. I don't know.
Chips. A snack rack is never a bad thing in a car shop of any sorts.
Yeah, a lot of the car shops you'll get the beef jerky at the counter.
Get those rotating hubcaps. You know, the ones that like spin, the spinners.
Those ones, for
your car. That'd be cool.
How fancy do you want to go here? Because I went to Princess Auto's website.
Yeah, they have.
They got 4 packs of hubcaps. And not that expensive.
What are they running?
I'm seeing like $65.
Oh, that's not bad, actually.
$50.
You've got a Princess Auto right by your house.
$25. Just go take them right off and just go like low end.
People are asking me, what are your wheel deets and everything? And I'm just laughing because like you think I know my wheel deets?
That might be the right angle. Just go to Princess Auto there. Out Portage West and
you want us to come with you? Like it'd be a field trip and we can help you look
if
around.
You could.
Oh, you'll be there for hours. I could stand in that store forever.
They do have a lot of cool stuff. It's fun to just look around.
First, we got to make sure Hubcap Man's no longer around because if he is, that's where you got to go there first. And then Princess Auto.
Maybe he's working like off the books. Like he's around, but you need to know the number to reach him.
Out of his own garage, residential. Open up the garage door in the back lane, and there's all these hubcaps up on the wall. Wow!
Just opens a trench coat full of hubcaps.
Some lying in his lawn in the grass in the backyard, got a smoke hanging out of his mouth.
I think we've gone beyond the trench coat idea. I don't know if that's the guy you want to be dealing with on your hubcaps or anything else.
On.
Yeah,
he's just got hubcaps.
Sure, and a couple of illegal watches that were stolen.
Hey,
I just always have found that to be a funny visual. Selling things out of a trench coat.
bought hubcaps and got a watch. T. Kona says he has 2 sets you can have.
Hey,
What a guy.
cool.
T. Kona?
Are they going to fit?
You got to send us a picture.
The
T.
new
Kona.
hubcap man is T. Kona?
Hey, he's taken over. Good for him. The legacy lives on.
Okay, don't agree to anything until you see the photo of what T. Kona has. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the text messages.
Yeah,
lady.
thanks for all the help, everybody.
Sorry, Vicki doesn't have more details on the size of hubcaps that she needs.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Okay, so we're in a good place then. Lots of leads on hubcaps. I want to thank our listeners. They
thank you.
always step up to the plate when there's a situation. It's not a critical situation. You just noticed looking at your vehicle. It's an older vehicle. What year?
2013.
Nissan.
Yeah.
It's served you well.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of mileage out of it. And I mean, with the prices of cars these days, I'm going to try and drive it into the ground, I think.
I love that somebody's offering you money to take their hubcaps for your car. It's great.
But yes, ask and you shall receive. So I think if you want to get new ones, we've realized it's not that expensive.
Yeah, actually, it's not as bad as I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would wait till summer to put them on because there's still a lot of work to do on those streets.
I mean, we're hearing from some retail outlets. You're even hearing from Rich, a great mechanic buddy of mine down in the north end of town, that's asking you what type of vehicle. You've got T. Kona offering up some hubcaps, other people with some advice, and then it came to a screeching halt when 2 people asked you for details about the size of tires. And
I got no info.
That's when we hit the wall on momentum. No info.
Somebody just texted in, hearing older vehicle in 2013 hurts my heart. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you feel old, right?
There's dealerships right now with people waiting right at the door for you to walk in anytime, Vicki,
That's
to get
right.
a new vehicle.
Isn't that nice?
Also, Hubcap Man no longer in business.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
what
hearing.
they find, because there used to be a Hubcap Man. He no longer operates, so you're going to have to go somewhere else. There, Princess Auto, whether you take the ones from T. Kona.
Yeah, I've got some options that I didn't know I had before this morning, so I'm on a good track.
In other words, this conversation's over. Vicki's done with the hubcap. She moves forward this one.
Yeah, she does.
I don't want to waste anyone's time.
No, you're good.
Also, someone said Hubcap Man sounds like a villain for Spaghetti Man.
Hey, yeah, he could use them as
Shields,
a shield. Or throw them like frisbees.
What do you think, Spaghetti Man? Could you handle Hubcap Man?
Well, one of us is still in business.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The completely useless question.
Completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y.
So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
Rockin' Thunder, headlined by Motley Crue. Tickets up for grabs right now. Princess Auto Stadium. That's going to be a fun day and night. 780 City. Joe has the question.
I do not know how healthy your breakfast choices are, but this survey is all about breakfast, okay?
Okay.
1/4 of men that took this survey say this is the best non-breakfast food to eat for breakfast. So it's not cereal. It's not bacon and eggs. 25.
And it's a low number.
Well, 25% of men said this is the best non-breakfast food to eat for breakfast.
Not cubed hash browns. I love cubed hash browns.
That's traditional breakfast.
Yum.
I like the cubed ones too.
I'm always, when they give you that shredded or cubed, I'm going with cubed.
I find them to be more consistent than a shredded hash brown.
Yeah.
Shredded hash browns sometimes are great, fantastic, and sometimes I feel like I'm eating a raw potato.
Yeah,
that's
they're
been
not
shredded.
crispy enough sometimes.
That's
Yeah, I agree.
Low on the hash part or the burnt part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to say well done, I guess, if you're getting shredded. Good morning, City. You got a guess for us?
Would it be pizza?
Not pizza. Great choice.
That was the first thing that came to
as
mind.
a leftover, for sure.
Probably too low of a number for pizza.
Yeah, could be, Vicki. Yeah, could be.
780 City, 780-2484. For Rockin' Thunder tickets, go ahead with your guess.
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Not yogurt, no.
That
no.
might be considered a breakfast food.
Well, you'll see it on the old continental breakfast tables a lot of times, those little boxed
With
yogurts
granola
and that.
stuff.
Yeah,
People use it. Yeah.
I like the evolution of the really good continental breakfast at some of these hotels.
I told you, one of my
Top drawer.
road trips during COVID, they had fried rice.
Fried rice?
As a choice on the breakfast.
wow.
I'm going like, I guess the Chinese buffet from the night before at this hotel.
You know what? I don't hate it.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
There were two guys talking in the back like, this ain't breakfast. Put it out anyway.
If you've got a hangover and you see there's fried rice at the breakfast buffet, you're in heaven.
I thought that was just fantastic.
Hello, City.
Hello. I like the fried rice idea, but would it be hot dogs?
Yeah.
Hot dogs?
Yeah. 1/4 of men said the best non-breakfast food to eat for breakfast would be have a hot dog.
I've never even considered a hot dog for breakfast.
I would not fire up hot dogs for breakfast. Someone offers, I don't know that I've ever turned down a hot dog. But
desperate times.
Yes, but I'm not making it for myself in the
guess
morning.
it depends what time breakfast could be, too. What if it's 11:30 already when you're getting up? I guess having a hot
That's
dog.
brunch.
yeah, hot dogs for brunch.
Steak could have been a good answer, but
Yeah.
steak gets into breakfast.
Yeah, it does.
with
Steak and eggs, sure.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Hi, it's Sherry.
Sherry, do you ever have hot dogs for breakfast?
No, but it's funny because in high school, in my home ec class, the dietitian teacher said, if you're going to have anything, at least have a hot dog.
Really?
Wow.
That's why it came to my mind, because she was like, if you're don't skip breakfast, even if you just go to 7, get a hot dog.
Oh, so that's why 1/4 of men think this. They had that teacher.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
They're all from St. James. They're all in St. James.
What kind of teaching is that?
Craft dinner as well as
I've always heard that about pizza, though, that it's like when you think about it, it's got all the 4 food groups in it. So
thanks for breaking that down, too, about hot dogs, because to be honest, when you hear 25%, you're right. It's not a big number, but wouldn't be, I think, most people's first choice.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. You're the big winner this morning. Congrats and hang on.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The conversation around hot dogs will forever make me laugh. On the text line, hot dogs, wieners, no one knows what's in them and nobody cares. They taste great.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And it's long been a thing, right? There's always that person willing to go into what a hot dog is made of, and it's never deterred me. Like, it never has made me think, I'm going to stop eating hot dogs.
Well, then there's some now that say all beef. What was the other package next to it at the grocery store?
Pork.
Like a pork and chicken. You can get now
chicken wieners,
chicken
turkey wieners,
and turkey wieners. And
I like all beef wieners.
Me too.
Yeah. And this comes from the completely useless question. And it's a bit startling how many people like hot dogs for breakfast. So we kind of were both surprised, Vicki, and I think you too, Joe, you as well, Joe.
The number of people,
No, if you break down the components of a hot dog and put it into breakfast, it makes a bit more sense. People are throwing the hot dog wieners into scrambled eggs, and then maybe you got some toast. Yeah, I guess that falls into it. But yeah, I've never thought of hot dogs as a breakfast food.
We were thinking hot dogs, and people are saying wieners.
Yeah.
So I was picturing a wiener on a bun for breakfast, whereas a lot of people are replying with throwing wieners in your eggs and stuff like that. That's not how I visualized it. But
Right.
you thought we were having that barbecue and you were going to go and you have 4 of them? That kind of deal. I don't know what it is about hot dogs, but that's the same way. I can eat 2 at home.
Yeah.
But if I was out somewhere, like on remote, let's say, and we were doing a grand opening of a place and they had a barbecue with hot dogs, I'm probably going home with 8.
Really?
I'm done. Oh, I don't know what it is.
You've got a feat of eating, Joe, that involves being on location somewhere and hot dogs are being served. And you've told the story before, but it's so impressive you have to tell it again. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
8 hot dogs?
8 hot dogs. Regular
We
hot
were there
dogs
for
are
4 hours.
Okay. All
2
right.
an hour ain't that bad.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
no.
good average.
But it was like I was looking forward to having a hot dog or two, and it was like an addiction just kicked in, and it was like I just kept having hot dogs. I've never eaten 8 hot dogs in my life except this one time.
You're like a less impressive, what's that guy's name? Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, but he's doing it on speed and time. He's got a program. I was just sitting there going, wow, I can't believe how many of these hot dogs.
You
and
really
it's
let
happened.
it burn.
It's happened with donuts, live on location.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
One's not enough. But hot dogs.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know what it is.
There's chain smoking and then there's chain hot dogging.
Yeah.
If I make them at home, if I'm maybe it's because I'm not barbecuing them myself. Maybe because somebody else was barbecuing. They just taste different.
Food's always better when somebody else is making it for you.
It's a scientific fact.
Right, and then when more people are coming by and having a hot dog, like you 2 an hour, and those go down fast. Joe, I'm not judging you.
Well, you should have seen how fast they were going down.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicki.
Well, I knew about this for a couple of days, but just throwing it out there, the Manitoba Moose open their best-of-3 play-in series tomorrow night against Milwaukee. The games are all at Canada Life Centre tomorrow, Friday, and if necessary, Sunday afternoon. So we do have professional playoff hockey in the city, and get out and support the Moose.
Interesting that all 3 games, if necessary, will be here.
Yeah.
Pretty neat, this play-in series. And if they win, then they go up the next round. They're up against one of the top teams in the AHL. So it's a tough road for the Moose, but what the hell? Nice to have some playoff hockey at Canada Life Centre. Vicki needs new hubcaps, and I'll tell you what, the listeners went to bat for you.
Yeah, lots of advice and support and options. I can't be the only one who's got a few chips in the hubcaps with all these potholes, so we're all going through it, or a lot of us are.
I think just, take them off and go hubcapless.
Oh, that's such
It's
a
tough
raw look.
Yeah,
I don't
raw.
like it. Yeah.
Rugged. Don't mess with Vicki. She doesn't even have hubcaps.
Oh, you're saying that's a good thing.
I think
Makes
it's
me look
okay.
tougher.
Yeah.
Every day when you leave the house, you got to do a walk around as if you were renting a car with a diagram on a clipboard to mark the spots that are all nicked up.
Ryan Reynolds says there probably won't be any more standalone Deadpool movies. Deadpool's more likely to be a supporting character.
Yeah, you might see him show up in some of the other Marvel Universe movies, but yeah, sounds like he's done with the Deadpool movies.
Well, we got 3, right? Deadpool 1 and 2, and then Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah.
Or Deadpool and
I
Wolverine.
thought they were all good.
Yeah,
in their own right. If you like Ryan Reynolds, that's exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
Joe once ate 8 hot dogs on location for work.
Impressive.
Yeah, I did it for work.
You were supporting the barbecue they had.
Pay me in hot dogs.
How did you feel that night? When you went home? When you sat on the couch, were you I feel those 8 hot dogs?
That was pretty much the end of the day there. Right there. Once I got home, it was this is...
you were doing the
I
math.
got to revisit this. But it was all for charity.
There you go.
When you eat them for charity, it helps, and somebody else is making them.
Sounds like you paced it out, too.
Yeah.
2 an hour.
Yeah, that's right. I was there for 4 hours.
You played the long game for it. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It wasn't a contest. You weren't racing somebody else. There,
no.
It's
just against yourself.
Eat at your own will, yes.
1/4 of men. Speaking of hot dogs, and this is where the hot dog conversation got going with the completely useless question. 1/4 of men say hot dogs are the best non-traditional breakfast food to eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
You know what might be a good throwdown Thursday this week? Hot dogs versus hamburgers. When you're at a barbecue, what are you going for?
Save that. That is,
I'll mark it down.
Is both an option? Yeah, like Phil said.
If you could only choose one.
I'll tell you, I'm not having 8 hamburgers.
No, there's no chance, but I'm not having 1 hot dog either.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicki, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at WeightWatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.